Last week we left you in Naples, where we explored the town and ate some local street food.
My first ever fried pizza.
Well, the next day we went to run some errands in town, and on our way back our outboard motor failed and we had to paddle really far back to our boat. Upon some investigating, we found this.
That is our fuel that's in there.
Oh no.
What the hell?
Lovely, hey?
So we need to completely empty all
So
that
that must
out.
be from Stromboli.
Has to be, eh? We paid a fortune for that fuel.
It's like €25, didn't we, for that little, like, how many litres?
Like 15 maybe.
After sorting out that situation for the meantime, we decided to make way for the islands in the Pontine archipelago. What's going on, hon?
Oh, we're getting slammed. We've got a current to get. Well, we did have a current against us. We're trying to get our way to Ponza, tacking upwind.
On a very tight 30.
In about 13 to 15 knots. So it's borderline reefing, which we have been reefing. But then we've got it out, but then the wind drops off too light again.
Yeah, it's like keeps gusting, so then we have to like reef in or adjust the
let the main sheet go a little bit.
yeah. And then every time we tack, and because we keep deciding, hey, on whether we're going to go to Ventatone or Ponza, because we're trying to figure out which one we're in a better line for, and we just seem to just decide for one, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, looks like we're going to the other one.
The wind just keeps switching like dramatically. Like we'll be on point to Ponza, and then next minute we're all the way to the mainland, which is like 40 degrees. And it just keeps doing it, and then we're like, oh, well...
We'll tack the other way.
If the wind's going 40 degrees that way, we'll tack into Ventatone or whatever it's called.
Ventatone.
Ventatone.
Yeah. You sounded more Italian. Ventatone.
And now we're going back to bloody where we came from, basically. It's like...
we just can't win.
Oh, we may as well just have motored.
And we don't have a lot of fuel to motor, and also it wouldn't be very comfortable. We'd be bashing into swell, so... I feel like we've kind of just got no choice, hey? This is my snack that I'm having, by the way. It's sweetened condensed milk with sliced green apples. It's so good.
Especially when you smell
the cat poo. Delicious. Did you know that you can actually put a whole can of sweetened condensed milk in hot water and cook it, and then you open the tin and it makes like that proper caramel that you put in a caramel tart? Also, I just remembered this island that we're going to now, Ventatone. Apparently you have to pay €25 per day just to stay there because it's like a nature reserve or something. So you've either got to pay it on the app, which is only in Italian, so then you got to like translate every page, or you can go into the tourist office and pay it. That's like $40 Australian, and we're not even going to get off the boat. So we're just going to attempt not to pay it and hope that someone doesn't come up to our boat. And then I guess we'll just attempt we're not getting off and going on land or whatever. But they'll still probably try and make us pay, because I think like as soon as you're on anchor or whatever there, you're supposed to pay for it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, because we'll get there kind of at like 6 o'clock or a little bit after. And leave at 7 a.m. We should get away with not paying for it. One nice part about stopping this anchorage is we have the most amazing sunset. We haven't had a really good sunset for ages. I'll show you, it looks beautiful. It kind of matches the town as well. Pretty. Just before 7 a.m. and we're up and we're off. We had the worst sleep last night. The anchorage was incredibly rolly, not very well protected. We had a feeling it might be because we read reviews that it was, but now that we got out here, we realised why. It wasn't just rolly, it was bouncy, and it swells pretty big out here. So put the sails up straight away. It's definitely better sailing than it is motoring, and we're sailing upwind, although the wind looks like it's kind of changing in our favour, hopefully. So yeah, we're on the way to Ponza. Should take a few hours to get there. How many nautical miles is it?
It's 18.
18 nautical miles. So if we don't have to tack, it'll take us about 3 hours. Fingers crossed. We're looking forward to getting there and just being able to have a bit of a rest, have a shower, get our lives sorted.
This wind angle would have been better for yesterday, that's for sure.
Sure. Hello, darling. What you doing?
She's got a 5-second memory.
We were pretty happy to finally lay eyes on Ponza. Just a couple more hours and we'd be able to drop the anchor and slow down for a few days. Back in paradise. So nice here. Nice clear water again. Beautiful cliffs.
It was a tough sail to get here though. Like, it took 9.5 hours where we could have motored 3 hours to the first destination. And then this one was, I've got my t-shirt on back and front. This one was about 5 or 6 hours, 5.5 maybe. And we could have motored here in 3.5 hours. And we still had to motor an hour and a half just because we just couldn't get the right direction and we didn't want to do what we did yesterday and tack our way and waste our day. But we're in paradise, yeah. And I've got a paradise of a dinner too.
Yeah, so having garlic parmesan chicken and beans and caprese salad with burrata.
And Lulu thinks she's getting some, don't you? Yeah. You're getting some. No.
All the boats, or a lot of the boats, have gone. So there's not that many of us left now.
Down.
Yeah.
Supposedly you charge €10 some areas.
It's ridiculous, eh?
Or you can leave it on the beach for free.
Yeah, just leave it on the beach if you have to. Yeah. legs? What you doing? Oh, what you doing? I feel like we haven't really done anything fun lately except for eating delicious food in Italy, but you can do that at any time of the year. And it's summer and we haven't been anywhere with some nice clear water since the Aeolian Islands. Positano and around that area is just really washed up from all the boats. Not very clear at all, so as much as it's a beautiful place, the water and the coastline is nothing, well, just the water is nothing to rave about basically. So we're gonna go for a little dive this morning because this island is known for snorkeling, diving. I think there's even a shipwreck over the other side of the island, but we'll just go around here somewhere this morning. There's a few kind of little rocks poking out and a bit of structure.
Oh, what a day, eh?
Yeah, that's why I don't think we should go very far. Just a quick one to say sorry for the lack of aerial and underwater shots. Unfortunately, everything has decided to poop itself all at once. If you love our content though, consider supporting us on Patreon to help fund some new gear.
You can see a rock down there, and I was going to chuck the anchor on, and it must just drop off just after that rock, and we've just drifted off a little bit too much. So I'm going to do it again.
Morning workout.
Gee, it's hard work when you haven't had any breakfast or a coffee this
I
morning.
know, I agree. I'm hungry already. I'm gonna be starving after this.
Get there. Oh shit.
Maybe we should pick another area. Yeah, we definitely don't want to drift into these rocks, that's for sure.
Nah.
So this is where we are.
Good
I'm
place,
gonna
eh?
check these little rocks out.
Good place, Jason?
Not sure.
Neither. Get in there, girl.
It's not on the rock at all, it's floating in the water.
Ah, shit, eh? Can you try and grab it and put us just... You don't have to dive down, just try and drag us to this. I'm getting Janae to do my dirty work.
After a quick snorkel, we decided to take a little dinghy adventure and check out the huge protruding rock in our anchorage. We hadn't even realised yet that it had an archway, so it was pretty cool to take the dinghy through.
Don't waste so much water. Bloody hell. So we're just having a look at the Watermaker. We're not getting enough pressure at the moment. I'm not getting enough litres per hour out of our Watermaker. We're getting about half of what we're supposed to be.
Plus the pressure, hey, and plus the ppm.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going wrong. So I've taken the high pressure hose off the high pressure pump, added a garden hose with a clip, and then I've taken the low pressure hose off the pre-filter, and I'm running them both to the bucket to circulate some vinegar and a little bit of water through it to see if I can get any calcium out. And I'll be running the Watermaker for an hour on no pressure.
We were just trying to get the hose on to do this thing with a bucket, and then we noticed the water pump going crazy. We thought it was a water pump, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's the bilge. So anyway, I pulled the floor up and there's heaps of water coming in again. So Jason's checked in the engine bay and he's basically confirmed that we're taking on water because of the generator. Anyway, yeah, this is what's going on. Lots of water coming through, turn the generator off. So I guess we're gonna have to figure that out before we keep going with the Watermaker. So Jason figured out the issue. He opened up the generator box and one of these clamps had just completely split. So the hose wasn't being held on. And so seawater was just coming straight into the boat. So good news, we've got it sorted now. It was an easy fix, nothing major. And now we can get back onto the Watermaker. We're still working on Watermaker. It's been like a bit of an all-day thing. So we did the vinegar through the low pressure hose and circulated it through for like an hour. It was quite dirty, but no clumps of anything came out and the hose seemed fine. And then
now we've just tested both membranes
separately. So we tested them into a bucket to test how much water they're producing separately. So we just timed for 60 seconds and then also tested the ppm. One of them's coming out at around 570 ppm and about 450 mils. So that one's okay. And then the other one is only coming out at 100 mils in 60 seconds and a ppm of 2100, which is extremely high. You can taste the salt in the water.
I'm just going to change the high pressure hoses and see if it makes a difference.
To the membrane.
Yeah.
Do you remember which one was which?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. We have some wind forecast for pretty much from now. I'm not sure of the time, but look at this front coming over. Big, dark cloud. And it's going all the way across the sky. Looks pretty sketchy. So I think we've got some wind, rain and thunderstorms forecast. We should hopefully be protected by this big cliff because the wind is actually supposed to be coming from this way, but so far it hasn't. So we're either going to have a sudden shift or it's not going to do what was forecast. What's been going on since we last spoke, hey?
Oh man,
a lot.
This has been like at least 12-hour ordeal so far.
What time is it now? It is 8 o'clock at night, just before.
The whole membrane's been pulled apart. Everything's been pulled apart. We're actually up to the motor now.
We never thought that we could get it out, but I was a smarty pants.
Oh,
Jason tried to literally pull this whole piece of wood off, and then he realised it's like sealed to like the other pieces of wood, so it's pretty much impossible without wrecking it. I was like, why don't you just undo these? I know it's annoying, but I thought you were going to pull this whole thing out. That was what I was saying, like on the base. But anyway, we've got it out. We can now clean this because it's pretty gross. So this is oil from the belt, Jason said. And then this is like corrosion that was happening, I guess, underneath there. But yeah, we can give it a good clean, and then it's good because we can see everything that's going on with this now, and we can maybe try and give it a little bit of a clean up and a service without, I guess, parts. We don't really have any extra parts, but we can see what's going on, and if we need parts, we can get them.
So we're taking the high pressure pump apart and servicing it, or giving it a clean anyway.
Yeah.
The end of the high pressure pump, so this bit here.
They're the pistons or whatever you're saying?
Pistons, yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to clean them. Oh, the pistons are actually there. These are like the pistons cover or something.
Yeah.
They got valves and stuff that can get blocked, I think.
It is starting to kick off outside. Windy, rain, getting a little crazy. Ooh, that was thunder. With the wind blowing through. So much for bloody being coming from that way, hey?
Yeah, really weird, eh? At least it's not like we're in the middle of nowhere. It's not sculling at the moment.
Yeah, it must be wrapping around. Woo!
Wonder what it's blowing.
I don't mind the rain because it rinses the boat off.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice to finally get a bit of rain.
Yeah, the toilet window's open. It's very weird out here. We keep switching all over the place and then going from windy and rainy to like really, really calm. So now it's like another calm. It's quite peaceful. morning. We're up and Jason's at it again. Still working on the Watermaker. What time were you working on it till last night?
Like 11 o'clock maybe.
Pretty late. So he put half of it back together and now he needs to get it back out again. He thinks he's figured out the problem. All the seals need replacing.
But we don't have any seals.
No. So what are you going to do?
I'm just going to take it apart and try and clean the seals, hoping there might be like some corrosion.
Just like stuff built up between the seals.
Yeah, and hopefully if I can clean that off, re-lubricate them, hopefully we can
fix the problem. For now even, until we can get somewhere we can get them.
Yeah, exactly. The seals are so expensive. Like, I think it's £200 for all the seals. It's like 8 seals.
It's like a kit of them.
Yeah,
hey?
which is ridiculous. Like, it costs them $2 to make
That's
that.
like $400 in our money, which is just insane. The problem is, it's not like, they're not probably the easiest things to just find in like a random hardware store either, because they're specific sizing and everything. So we also had heaps of rain and a fair bit of wind last night, on and off, gusty. Even this morning we had a big pour down, but it's pretty beautiful now. Not too many boats here. We've got more casualties. Do you reckon you're gonna have a black eye?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like your eyebrow. I think your eye might be okay. Well, above it you're gonna have a black eye. What the hell? What's with us and injuring ourselves? Jason just tried to screw the membrane housing back in without asking for my help because I was busy, and now this is what's happened. Alright, it is day 3 of fixing the Watermaker in the morning.
So we put it all back together, finally got it working. We're just purging it now, running the salt water through the system.
Look, this is also Jason's little battle scar that he's got.
Yeah.
He also stabs himself in the hand on the inside, and it's really
bad,
sore.
but it's like, went pretty deep.
Stabbed himself with this sharp thing all the way in. Anyway, moment of truth, hey? For now. For now, it's a very like dodgy rigged up system, but
it is a little bit dodgy.
Alright, so we just tested it for 60 seconds to see how much water production we were getting. It was just over the 100 mil mark, which is more than we had before. And then I filled it up to a litre to test the ppm, and our ppm has gone down all around to about 550.
Yep.
Oh, we got more. That's almost full potential there. So we're basically at the 900 mil mark. So obviously 1 litre would be making 60 litres an hour, which is the full potential of our Watermaker. So that's perfect, really. I think a lot of the time you never really get the full potential, depending on the water temperature and everything as well, but that's awesome. You might have fixed it, honey, after all this work. We still need to obviously go get like a proper hose fitting and stuff, but like, you literally might have fixed it. Oh my god, we have water. We literally have empty tanks, no bottled water. We're not far away from the shops, but it's been windy for the past few days.
Taste it. Tastes so much
good?
better. Yeah.
It tastes like normal water. So we've had it running for like maybe 20 minutes or so now, I reckon. And we're going to test the ppm again. See if it's gone down a little bit, fingers crossed. So yeah, Jason just said the membranes are just up in here. We've still got a few small leaks, which is probably why we're not getting the full 60 litres. And it's super expensive to buy the parts, so we're probably just going to have to do a dodgy fix. It's just really not worth it, unfortunately.
So this pump is $2,000, where you can buy a whole Watermaker from America for $3,500 that produces double the amount.
Yeah.
We just had the most hectic tender ride to get here. Both got smashed.
It was kind of half fun, but we got a bit soaked.
I thought you were about to cry at one stage.
I was giggling. I was like, I can't hold on.
I thought you were about to cry.
We've got to park up on this shallow beach because a lot of the dinghy docks are €10 to leave your tender, which is a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, we've got heaps of rubbish, like a whole, I think the most we've ever had. But luckily, there's some big bins over there, so that's perfect. And then we're gonna get a few groceries. Only thing is, there's only really tiny grocery stores here, so we're just gonna get the necessities until we get somewhere a bit bigger, hopefully another little.
Super excited, €10 for this each.
Yeah, €10 for a Aperol Spritz, and then you get all the free snacks. Pretty cool.
Pretty bloody good if you ask me.
And it's busy. So, we saw some people that the outboard had broken down on the way into town, and we got stuck last week and no one helped us. We would have helped them anyway, regardless, but you even more so want to help people when you know how it feels. Anyway, we got them back to their boat and they gave us a bottle of wine to say thanks. It looks like a nice wine too. Nice Italian wine. We got just a few groceries. Got a hot chicken.
I'm ripping in already.
€12, pretty damn expensive.
Oh my god.
This is what happens on an island. Got a few, some green beans, couple of bananas, some olives, and a couple of apricots. And that was about €14, I think, $14.50. And then I got 8 sachets of cat food, 2 1-litre bottles of lemon soft drink, and a bottle of mineral water, and that was like another €10. So yeah, it doesn't take much here, but anyway, we got a little bit of food.
I'm just feeding my pussies. Listen to her growl.
Oh my god, why do you give her a piece that big?
Oh, well, she'll eat it.
You better wipe this.
Yeah, I've got
It's
it.
oily.
I've got it now. Your girls, they just don't know where to put their food. We haven't food trained them yet. On the floor, girls. They don't listen.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Make sure you hit that like button and come say hey in the comments. And of course, if you really love us and have some spare change, we'd love your support on Patron so we can keep pumping out these weekly videos. Cheers guys, see you next week.